Hi everyone, it's Mac here. Right, back to do yet another mod. This time, Agent of Righteous Might. It's a quest mod. There's about 3 to 5 hours worth of gameplay in here. It sprawls the entire map and starts off. You actually get given a note to start it off, and you have to go over here. But yeah, I'm not gonna spoil too much of what it's all about and where you go and what you have to do, but I'll try my best to give you some details, even though I've just set that limitation. Basically you're kind of trying to become an agent yourself, and you're kind of wanting to kind of work towards some very mysterious friends or enemies, depending on your point of view. Initially you'll be speaking to some fairly straightforward people. They'll start sending you out on some initially quite basic quests, but literally the first couple are quite basic. There's about 16 quests I think in all, and this is a pretty sizable mod, as you might expect. There are new areas, and you know, everything's fully voiced. It's obviously, as you can tell just by looking at it, lore friendly as well for those people that matters. You will be doing things like dungeon crawling, going right the way across the entire map of Skyrim to complete certain aspects of it. There are also puzzles. These include physical puzzles as well as even jumping puzzles. There are bosses in here. Everything is, like I said, fully voiced, and there is a lot of detail, a lot of structure. You do get a sense of the tension while you're playing through this quest mod. It's done a really good job with kind of making the pace kind of keep ticking along. It doesn't, well, I didn't find particularly that it got like boring in any particular places. Some of the puzzles were a little bit tricky, but I didn't mind that. You know, it took me a little while to work one or two of them out, but that might just be because I'm a bit dumb. That could be it. And I'm not a massive fan of things like jumping puzzles, but they weren't exactly massively taxing, so it wasn't so bad. But on the whole, I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was pretty well balanced. There were some really cool things to fight, some really cool things to do. A highlight for me, which I don't think will be spoiling anything too much, is when all of your gear disappears and you're left with a knife to kind of fight a bunch of spiders and also escape a prison and things like that, on your way to visit some what become kind of allies, if you like, the Mystic Dawn. But why you're going there, where it is, how that works, the choices you make, the overall kind of direction of the quests and things like that, I'm not going to say anything about that because I want you to enjoy it for what it is. I've played through quite a few quest mods in the past as well as recently, and for me this is one of the better ones. Although in some areas I could see some room for improvement, you're effectively getting a really decent chunk of gaming time on top of Skyrim, as well as any other mods you might have, or quest mods or whatever. So it's actually a really decent thing. There's some good rewards, there's some good environments to see, some interesting characters to meet, and because they're fully voiced it actually feels natural as well. I'll put some links in the description, of course. You should definitely check this one out. There are a few others that do a good job as well, but for me this one at the moment takes some beating. It's really in depth, so go check it out, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.